I was just waiting for it to like give me a signal.
It's you. You gotta do it.
Oh, okay.
The camera's on.
You gotta do it. You gotta. You
Point or
gotta.
something,
It's the
man.
camera. It's the
I
camera.
can't see anything.
Yeah,
They're
look at the
always
camera.
lit
You gotta
anyway.
touch the camera.
All right, guys. So there was a very abrupt announcement this week as the company behind Sora, the video generative AI app, announced, guys, we are shutting down. We are going
Hallelujah.
to let you guys know more in the upcoming days. They haven't. So, spoiler alert, by the way, and how you can retain your data. It has been a great ride. We're going to focus on more apps that assist people and everything. So, Sora is dead, dead, dead.
Yeah.
No.
Rip. Thoughts and prayers.
However, this is a pretty abrupt move because Sora 2 just came online September 2025. Why would this company that, there's questions of like, could you make money off of it? Maybe the profits weren't there. But to suddenly shut an application like this down, out of the blue, no warning, just something suspicious was going on there. So bear with me because I have been like knee deep trying to figure this out.
Knee deep.
So,
I've heard a few.
So, quick spoiler or quick warning: there will be some sensitive topics I'm about to discuss. But we had a case recently come out. Well, we had a couple of cases where people were generating pedophilia.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with that
PDFs.
through AI generative apps.
Disgusting.
But because it was essentially material that had not been generated off of an existing person, this was allowed through free speech. Sick, but that's the way it is. However, we recently had a case where someone was developing it through images that they had taken. Now, this person recently he was charged, he was recently indicted, and he's already pleading guilty. Which I find that he just did that late last week, and then Sora comes out and says, we are shutting down. Here's my take on this. I'm betting that Sora was visited by a 3-letter organization that said, we're going to need you to retain all your data going forth. No other app that generates video has had an abrupt thing like this happen. So I'm guessing that Sora's name came up in a docket somewhere, maybe related to something that I was just discussing now. We have been talking for months about the pratfalls of doing this, the dangers of doing it, and how guardrails not in place were eventually going to allow something like this to happen, and we are here. But we are merely just people on a podcast who have a lick of common sense. These people developed a whole damn app that can make stuff out of magic, or whatever.
I mean, I think what happened is they weren't being very specific where they scraped their stuff from. And so throughout their servers is CP content that is real that they're using to generate from. That would get them in a whole lot of trouble.
And also along with this, Disney, who we dragged because they agreed to, they entered into an agreement with Sora to use some of their materials to develop this. Disney backed out of this before Sora announced that they were shutting down. Now, we all know that Disney has an image that they love to maintain, and they popped smoke and dropped out of that. That is once again telling me there's something funny and fishy that went on here.
My conspiracy theory is that Disney's thing is different. Disney has an intellectual property problem because AI can't be copyrighted.
Yeah, but also, I mean, they agreed to you can use our materials, but for them to just drop out completely, that's like, we don't want anybody associating us with this.
That's the big thing I was thinking.
And they were super quick. So I don't know, guys. I mean, at one part, I'm glad Sora's next. I'm about to collect all these AI apps on a goddamn infinity gauntlet. Just people. I want Grok next. I want Chat GPT next.
Absolutely.
Grok first, get it out of
there. It's not like Grok isn't having the exact same issues.
Yeah, they just don't seem to give crap.
No.
I think it's only I think what we're about to witness is some new laws being written.
Yeah.
Some actual safeguards and guide rails to prevent this from happening in the future.
Not unless midterms slip, because well, not at the state level for sure, because that was part of the big beautiful bill. You can't regulate AI for like 50 years or something.
However, defamation and using someone's likeness is still a thing that's illegal. So I'm hoping that people will see this as a warning sign of things that really should have been done before these type of programs were implemented, because here we are at the pretty much logical conclusion. We all knew this was going to happen.
No, we clocked this.
I am a knuckle-dragging cudgel. And I was like, hey, I think there might be a problem with that. No one consulted me, though. So
there's a new type of contract that's popping up right now that I find really interesting in documentary spaces that are like, okay, can we use AI on your voice if you ended with this question sound? Like, and so we don't know. So it's like, where do you go from there? We went back, and then you want to cut it right there. AI can smooth that out to say we went back.
Yeah.
And of course, editors are very, very pro like this one tiny specific use, but we're having to rewrite talent contracts now to allow.
Oh, that makes sense.
And granted, when that case first came out and I saw the conditions of it, I was like, oh, you have my attention. I want to see what's going to happen from this. And here we are. So I would like to take a moment to just mourn the passing of Sora, everybody.
Absolutely not.
I just want to say,
I'm not going to
mourn
any of
you know what?
That, like,
Yeah, Barry.
No, it was Cora that shared that.
Which one?
The
Oh,
image
the,
of-
oh,
you-
hold on.
Great guessing.
It's a drawing of Sora from Kingdom Hearts doing the
I
peace
can,
sign
I
at the
can
grave.
move on if you want to go ahead and try to grab it, because that was like the best part of my week.
I think, did I send you the evil is defeated? It's
Yes.
the little Japanese girl.
Hold on, let me at least find the artist.
Yeah.
So that everyone can go, flood their page. It's from Spotted Alien Monster on Blue Sky.
Go check them out.
Go check them out. The drawing is
Spotted Alien
hilarious.
Monster.
I will show it. We'll show it at the end of the.
Yeah.
I love that name, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are not pouring one out. Not a homie.
No.
And you don't pour one out if it's not a homie.
Ain't nothing hitting the ground for them.
Absolutely not.
They're getting a rude gesture.
Yeah.
they can have any monster I have left over. Shit is
From
gross.
just the can, they're trying to get
The
like
dredges of the
drop out it.
can.
Yeah, but this thing
I like
is
it.
dead and gone, and surely somebody has lost a lot of money because this was all done through OpenAI. So,
Yeah.
well, bye.
Bye.
We can't say we liked you while you were here, but
Bye.
love to see you walk away. Bye now.